Hi, everybody. Welcome to Cardinal Stritch High School, where we are joined tonight by Mike Jamison. I'm Mike Bauman. We've got the Cardinals going up against Maumee Valley tonight, Mike, and Maumee Valley is coming in here at 1-1. The Cardinals, meanwhile, this is their first game because they had the first one canceled against St. Joe's because of the football playoffs. What do you expect tonight from the Cardinals?
Well, of course, me being a Cardinal and playing a long time ago here at Cardinal Stritch, it's nice to see one thing that's happening here. The ball's getting up the court. Austin Adams is coming in his third year as a starter, and he's doing a wonderful job with what he needs to do. They got the big guys with Brooke Gasser inside, and of course, Zacharias in there doing a nice job. Well-balanced attack for Dave Reeker's guys tonight.
Now, on the other side, you've got Maumee Valley. Of course, they're only 2 years removed from their TAC championship. They've lost a few players, but they still got some talented guys. Solomon Collins is one of those guys we're going to have to watch out for tonight. What did you talk to about their coach before the game?
Well, I talked to Coach Turner. Exactly what you're talking about. He's a little nervous on where he's at. But the one thing, these kids got a lot of heart. Number two, they know how to get the ball up the court. And Coach Turner, he's going to kind of see which way it's going to go tonight and see if he's going to be able to bust it or if he's going to play back and see what happens with the Cardinals.
Well, it should be interesting. Don't go nowhere because we come back. We're going to give you the tip-off right here on the Toledo Sports Network.
And we welcome you back here for our coverage of Cardinal Stritch as they take on Maumee Valley Country Day Hawks tonight. And Mike, I tell you what, we're going to see a lot of great basketball here tonight.
We absolutely are. I'm really interested to see the matchup of Austin Adams and Solomon Collins. I think we're going to get a chance to see those two guard each other. Obviously, Austin Adams, 21 points per game and almost 8 rebounds per game last year. And Solomon Collins is a guy that's tough on the glass, so it's going to be interesting. And as we see it right now, getting ready to go, Nabs bringing it up the court, and he swings it around to number 33, Rashad Woodley. Back out to number 24, Thad Woodard, as the Hawks get ready to set up their offense here against the Cardinal Stritch Cardinals.
I see the Cardinals in a pretty aggressive 2-3 right now, sneaking out.
And that time driving baseline was Thad Woodard, but he stepped out of bounds. So it's going to go back to the Cardinals in the home white and red uniforms. And there's that fella bringing the ball up. That's a little different, Mikey. Austin Adams bringing the ball up.
I think they want to keep the ball in his hands as much as they can just to get the play started, because in a scenario like that, nice move. I think he walked, though.
Yeah, that time it was a travel on number 23 for the Cardinals, Joe Sine. So a turnover for a turnover as we got 7:24 to go here in the first quarter. Mike Bauman with Mike Jamison, creative video imagery. And wide open on the backside that time was number 12 for the Hawks, Lucas Izaza.
And that's the guy that Coach is talking about. He's able to get on the backside right there and make some really good things happen.
I think I remember seeing Mr. Izaza in the playoffs a couple of years ago. And their time, a big block that time, I believe that was number 33, Rashad Woodley on the block, as Maumee Valley comes back the other way and sets up the offense. Here's Nabs. He swings it around. Now it's in the hands of Thad Woodard. Woodard sends it back to Lucas Izaza as Izaza sets up the play. Back over to Woodard. Trying to look for the post, but not a whole lot of movement right now from the Hawks.
I think you're seeing a lot of testing right now. And the guys, you want to get the ball right there.
And there's Woodard. Fakes it, drives, makes a nice spin move, but he gets blocked, and it's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to stay with the Hawks. So good move that time, but good defensive recovery by the Cardinals to stop him once he got to the paint. Cardinals, of course, coming in here without a win yet because they haven't played a game yet. They're supposed to play St. Joe's Central Catholic on the 30th, but those guys are in the football playoffs, so what a way to open your year with a TAC rival.
That might be a game they might not be able to reschedule too, Mike. So Cardinals have to win even more just than anybody else just to make sure. And it's a big night for the Cardinals, too, because this is the Hall of Fame induction night.
And here's Woodard with the open three-pointer, and the ball comes out to number 12, Brooks Gasser. And we're going to get a quick timeout here from the Cardinals. And that gives us a chance to say thanks to some of our sponsors here tonight, IBEW Local 8. We thank them very much for coming on board and sponsoring us.
Making it happen, IBEW and the
Local 50.
And Local 50, too.
The pipe fitters and plumbers, baby. We appreciate it. And here's Stritch coming in on the attack. They get it down into Adams in the post. Adams goes up, and it is in.
That's instant.
As he gets his first points of the year for the Cardinals. Ties things up at 2 apiece with under 6 to go here in the first quarter out in Oregon, Ohio. And we are the only ones that say it that way, folks, by the way. It's the state. It is the state of Oregon. It is not the state of Oregon. If you go to the state of Oregon and say Oregon, they'll look at you like you have 3 heads and 2 eyes that are underneath your mouth. Anyway. Here's the pass. A little contact there at Austin. Adams gets the block. That time going down hard on the baseline was Isaza, and he loses the handle. But the foul is subsequently called on Zacharias' shot, so he'll go to the line for 2. And he makes the first.
5:29 to go here in the first quarter.
And actually, my bad, it's Nick Towns at the free throw line. And he barely misses the second one. So that makes it 3-2 Maumee Valley with 5:22 to go here in the first quarter. As Austin Adams at the point, a little different look this year. I like it, though. The 6'3" fell up at the top. Try to make the extra pass there were the Cardinals. They save it. Now Payeff with the basketball. He swings it around to number 23, Joe Sine. And Sine walks, so it's going to be a second turnover for the Cardinals on the night.
Brandon Payeff for the Cardinals is somebody that really seems to be able to make things happen on the court. He's done it. A lot of these kids have played so long together. It's kind of a great thing for the Cardinals here, and I'm really excited to see Payeff and what he's going to be able to do tonight.
And here's Towns open again. He swings it out to Isaza in the corner for the 3, and he nails it. So Isaza with a quick 5 points. He's got 5 of the 6 now for Maumee Valley as Stritch comes flying up the floor right now. Brooks Gasser with the basketball. He goes down, swings it to Austin Adams, back to Gasser. On the drive is Gasser, a little out of control, but they get Maumee Valley with the body that time. So Gasser is going to go to the line and get a chance for 2.
Well, you're seeing it all the way around already, Mike, especially with the Cardinals.
They didn't give him the shot on the play. Sorry, Mikey. Got him under. I know you don't like that as a Cardinals fan. You thought he was in the act of shooting.
No, actually.
I'm just giving you crap. I know you're loyal, but it's okay. But no, it was an aggressive move to the hoop that time. From our angle, it's a little difficult to see whether or not it was a block or a charge. But either way, I think he should have been shooting free throws there if you're going to call a defensive foul. But nonetheless, Stritch gets another crack at it, and they turn the ball over again. And so far, that's been their Achilles heel a little bit, Mikey, on the offensive end. 3 turnovers.
Yeah, Coach Rieker's not happy right now with what he's seeing with them, with the Cardinals here. Maumee Valley's actually playing a very good game inside, and they're moving the ball real well. We just can't get anybody to do any scoring either way on either side here.
And that time, Isaza on the drive, and we're going to get a block that time on the Cardinals. I believe that was Payeff. So Maumee Valley, the Hawks, are going to get it out of bounds here. With 4:02 to go in the first, they're up 6-2. Coming in once again at 1-1. They lost their first game. Won their second game 67-17 over Monclova Christian. 12 guys got on the scoreboard in that one, folks. Here's Nabs back in the corner to Woodard. He shoots up a 3-pointer. And that's off and out to Austin Adams on the rebound. And we're going to get another foul on Isaza. And I believe that's his second foul. So let's see if they take him out here.
Yeah, I think he's coming.
Actually, they took out Woodard and substituted in Zane Bedai. So 4 fouls right now on the Cardinals, 2 on Maumee Valley. And here's another turnover. Nabs on the steal that time, and Brandon Payeff hits the floor.
This is like the first quarter that never ends now. You know, you've got these guys that are blowing the whistle every minute and a half now for them.
And I think they gave him the jump ball on that one, so it's going to stay with Cardinal Stritch with 3:48 to go in the first quarter. Pair of mics on your broadcast tonight, Mike Bauman and Mike Jameson. One with an Irish last name, one with a German last name.
Well, you got the Irish guy and you got the Irish Hungarian Catholic hillbilly, so it works out real well for me.
Nothing but trouble here tonight.
I'll tell you, they let me get out of the tin can every once in a while. Nice job by Adams. A little back.
And this time the rebound goes to Maumee Valley. Coming up the floor is number 25, Solomon Collins. Keep an eye on him, folks. Bedeye loses it. And the big fella gets it back in the middle, Rashad Woodley. And we're going to get another turnover. So that's the second turnover for the Maumee Valley Hawks. And it's going to go back to Cardinal Stritch. 3:16 to go. Here's Payeff as Maumee Valley brings the pressure full court. Now over to number 12, Brooks Gassers. He slowly brings it up with Bedeye on him. He gets by him. He goes to the hoop, goes up, and it's out.
Got to make them.
And the rebound is scrambled for. Still no whistle. And now we're going to get a timeout given to Maumee Valley. So with 2:56 to go here in the first quarter at Cardinal Stritch, it is the Cardinals down 2-6 to the visiting Maumee Valley Hawks on the Toledo Sports Network.
Jim Murphy and American Family Insurance is a proud sponsor of the Toledo Sports Network with your auto, life, home, business insurance needs for over 16 years, all under one roof. Protect your dreams with Jim Murphy and American Family Insurance, 3246 Navarre Avenue, 419-698-1184. Brad Sutphin, 419-345-5566, and RE/MAX Preferred Associates can help you find the perfect house or help with you selling your property. For over 22 years, Brad Sutphin has been able to help with all of your Northwestern Ohio real estate needs. Call him today at 419-345-5566.
The opening battle of the season for the Cardinals and the first TAC game for both teams tonight. And right now, Maumee Valley in a defensive battle is hanging on 6-2 with under 3 to play here in the first quarter. Here's defense on the sidelines. Good trap that time by the Cardinals. They force the turnover. Austin Adams comes away with it and comes up the floor. And he patiently drives to the hoop, gets underneath. Difficult shot. And the Cardinals are going to get a chance for 3 points the old-fashioned way.
Well, something you're seeing from both these teams tonight, Mike, is constant hitting the boards, constantly taking the ball as hard as you can to the hole, and taking your chances right there, and that seems to be working out real well. .31 again. Did we find out 31's name yet?
No, we got to get that young man's name.
I could ask Father Eric.
And here's the free throw. It is up and it is out, but Austin Adams gets the rebound, goes up again.
That's Austin Pratt right there, and he's number 31 for the Cardinals.
So Pratt gets 2 on the board. Kudos to Father Eric for hooking us up.
Was that
we
smooth?
always get number changes. You know what I mean? I always feel like we get some number changes. Not here necessarily, but just in general. But it's cool. Father Eric hooked us up.
Yeah, we're good.
So here's Cardinal Stritch back on the attack.
I'm just having
6-4.
fun. I'm not in the beast. So tonight's a good night for me.
Well, I could put on my old school radio voice and Austin Adams around the top, but I won't do that. I won't get all cheesy on you. I'm gonna keep it.
I know most of the Stritch people that are probably listening online right now, they like cheesy. We're all cheesy.
I'm gonna keep it regular.
Regular? Okay.
So
hey,
now,
speaking of cheesy, we've got our radio show Sunday. You going to be there?
I will.
106.
I will be there. The 3 for all.
Yeah, 106, man. It's going to be fun.
It is going to be fun.
Dave Truman's even excited about it.
I bet he is.
Yep.
He just likes to argue with
me. He really wants to argue with you about Florida State. with the conviction and all of that. He's called me like 65 times already. He's ready.
I'm staying away from that. That's all Dave.
Okay.
He can use the rope to hang himself with the words that come out of his mouth. Anyway, back to Cardinal Stritch basketball. Austin Adams with the spin and the jumper. It is off, and it is rebounded by number 3, Hazima.
Just not tickling him yet tonight.
And Maumee Valley comes back the other way. On the drive right now is number 25, Solomon Collins. And we're going to get a body this time on Cardinal Stritch.
Yeah, Joe Sine really just didn't give him any room right there. And Mike, and looks like that's 2 on
Joe Sine.
That's actually his first foul.
That is his first foul. So number 2, Truth Foreman passes it inbounds. They swing it around. Number 10, Keith McClure with it right now as they try to set up the offense. They swing it back around.
Nice defense right there by.
And there's the big fella open in the middle, Brett. Rashad Woodley with the deuce in the middle of the paint. Nice look that time. Makes it 8-4. And we get a charge going the other way, so Maumee Valley not afraid. A couple of times tonight we've seen them stand underneath the paint when the defenders come in, and this time they do get the benefit of the call. So the Hawks are on top 8-4. And once again, Mikey, so far we mentioned a defensive battle. It's early in the season. Both these teams trying to get their sea legs underneath them, I think, a little bit here. And you look at the Hawks, they lost to Gorham Fayette 40-28 last week. And as I mentioned, a big win over Monclova Christian, 67-17, where they had 12 guys score. And, you talked about Coach Josh Arthur before the game, mentioning some of the guys that they lost and whatnot. But you look at this team, they've got 3 starters back from last year, 4 letter winners back from last year. Ottawa Hills has some size. Cardinal Stritch had some size. It's really going to be interesting because I think there's some parity in this league this year.
Well, you know what? You saw Toledo Christian go into Lake, and we do a lot of the NBC games, right? And we saw Toledo Christian go into Lake, and Lake actually manhandle Toledo Christian. Then we saw Toledo Christian Tuesday night go in and play Clay and play exactly the kind of Toledo Christian basketball we've been used to seeing. And I think you're right that the parity here in this league right here, it's going to be a very interesting year for the TAC.
The ball stays with the Hawks after the missed 3-pointer from Keith McClure. They get it back in bounds to McClure. He jacks it up again, and it's off the rim. And this time the ball is knocked out of bounds off of the hands of Solomon Collins, so it's going to go the other way. Solomon Collins, so far, they've kept him in check tonight. That's a young man who averaged more than 8 points per game last year, 8.7 points, 4 rebounds per game. And he's one of those athletic kids you got to keep an eye on. So far, Cardinal Stritch has done a good job as Austin Adams brings it up. Looks in the corner for his man. And that is off by number 24, Jacob Empey.
There you go.
But the jumper goes in from Carl Zacharias. Gets this crowd to light up a little bit, make it 8-7 with under 30 seconds to play here in the first quarter. And the ball goes back around to McClure. He swings it back into the big fella. And Woodley misses it, and Cardinal Stritch gets the rebound. They head out in transition. Austin Adams makes a break for the bucket, and it is swatted again by Rashad Woodley. McClure coming the other way. And here's Bedeye at the buzzer, and he gets it to end the first quarter. Actually, that was Hazima. So Hazima with the deuce at the end of the first quarter. We got a good one, folks. It's a dandy. 10-7, Maumee Valley over Stritch here on the Toledo Sports Network.
The Union Plumbers, Steam Fitters, and HVACR service mechanics of UA Local 50 build the powerhouses that generate your electricity. Install and service your heating and air conditioning systems, and install the plumbing systems that protect the health of this nation. Everywhere there's a building being built, retrofitted, or maintained, members of UA Local 50 are on the job with skills and the latest sustainable building practices to do the job right. UA Local 50 Plumbers, Steam Fitters, and service mechanics, building America's future.
Stop struggling with the big box stores. Choose Gladio.
Gladio Home Center. A hardware store, yet so much more. Your home improvement answer store. A place to design your interior space. A professional and friendly smiling face. Everything you need for your home. And Gladio is locally owned. You'll be glad to know Gladio Home Center.
On the job for you for over 100 years. You need a career. You need a future. Local 8 can help you make it happen. Join the men and women who build our community. Become a part of a proud tradition. Build your career. Build your future with the brothers and sisters of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local Union 8. We're on the job for you.
We're on the job for you. We're the local IBEW.
Dan R's Automotive Service Center, 4041 Navarre Avenue, has been servicing the area since 1981 for all your automotive service needs. Dan R's Automotive Service Center, world-class service, hometown people. 419-693-6141.
Welcome back to Cardinal Stritch as the Maumee Valley Hawks are on top 10-7 in the second quarter, getting ready to start. The Cardinals and Maumee Valley so far, a pretty defensive battle. We've seen a few turnovers, but a little buzzer beater there to keep things interesting at the end of the first quarter as Maumee Valley brings the ball up the floor. And we're going to get a push this time on Brooks Gasser.
Well, what was the thing we talked about earlier and before the game started? Rashad Woodley had to play his kind of game, and his kind of game is to be able to take control of the boards and what's happening down low and what's happening inside, and he's been able to do that in the first quarter so far.
Well, he's a big athletic kid at 6'6", 175, and a senior, so this is a kid who has a lot of experience as Nabs knocks down the first of 2 free throws, 2 for 3 at the line tonight for the Hawks. But that's what's, interesting. Mike Bauman here with Mike Jameson, the tack this year, the mix of size and athleticism. I think it's going to be pretty wide open. A lot of people expect Ottawa Hills to be pretty tough.
Tell you what, Coyle's a bluff.
RJ Coyle.
RJ has been at like every basketball game we've done already so far this year. Him and his dad. They're at everything.
He's a tough kid. He's a good golfer too, isn't he?
That's what I heard.
I think that kid's like 6'8", that young fella. But Ottawa Hills is expected to be pretty tough in this league, but we're going to get a 5-second call right now on the Cardinals.
And Reeker is just incensed right now.
He wasn't happy about that. Jacob Empey at that time on the inbounds. But, give credit to this Maumee Valley defense. They've had a couple of block shots tonight. They stepped up, took a charge in the first quarter. Towards the end there, got some momentum for the team. Doing a decent job defensively. On the drive now, kicks back out to Isaza. He misses the jumper, and Austin Adams tries to corral the rebound, saves it, but it goes to Nabs. Now Collins with it. He throws it inside, and that goes off the rim from Truth Foreman. And we got bodies everywhere like it's a hockey game.
Yeah, this is turning into quite a scrap fest here, and we kind of had a feeling that's what was going to happen here. That's what Maumee Valley's going to be able to do tonight because they got so much quickness. And Cardinals.
Foreman with the 3 goes in and out. And once again, we got bodies on the floor, and they're going to give it back to the Cardinals. That time, Isaza and Collins got caught up underneath the basket. And this time, Empey does get it inbounds to Austin Adams, who is being guarded by Collins.
Yep, Solomon Collins is playing a great inside game right now.
Hasn't had anything on the scoreboard yet, but defensively, he's done a pretty good job.
He was.
And we're going to get a travel that time on Brandon Payef. So that's the 4th turnover of the night for the Cardinals. 7:13 to go here in the first half. Mike Bauman joined by Mike Jameson at his old stomping grounds where we used to see his body on the floor a lot back in the early 80s, rocking the mullet and the tube shorts.
Singing my nice.
And here's Collins. Nice pass that time.
I wish he had that one
to
back.
Nick Towns, and Towns goes up and misses it. And that time, Austin Adams goes up for the dunk the other way and can't put it through. But good sportsmanship there. Towns helping him up. Man, he tried to slam it home. This place would have went crazy if he did.
Yeah, Zaza knew he made a big mistake right there. I don't think that was anything that.
Well, that's just a case right there. 2 guys going up playing tough physical basketball. You know what I mean? And I hate it in the NBA when they call flagrant fouls when you foul a guy hard going hard to the hoop. They don't let guys play defense the way they used to. Everybody wants points, Mikey. They want points.
Well, the only bad problem I see with that is you had Austin. He got himself a lane. He was going, and the kid kind of went up with him, but I think he realized he was going for the slam.
Right.
And I think he tried to kind of set himself back down, and that's where he got himself in trouble, and it could have really hurt Austin real bad. But, gosh, what do you do? And, what would you have done?
I'd have fouled him.
I know.
I wouldn't have let him dunk in my face. But he didn't undercut him, He didn't try to take his legs out underneath him and everything. He went up with him, tried to get the block or at least take away the dunk, and made him earn it at the line, and he split. So I think it was a good foul.
Now you're
Here's a turnover by Maumee Valley. Austin Adams goes the other way, and he puts it through. So Adams now with 5 of the 10 points for the Cardinals.
This little trap is starting to work a little bit now.
And underneath with a little stutter step that time.
Got him this time.
Was Foreman, and going back the other way is Adams again, and he goes up.
Gets his own rebound.
And goes up again and gets a foul, and he's going to have a chance to get the and one.
Well, what you're starting to see right now is the Cardinals are able to take over the whole floor here. And that has been a good thing for the Cardinals right here in the last minute and a half to 2 minutes.
Well, they're getting out in transition, which is something you mentioned about going up and down, and when you get the rebound, going the other way. And that's what Austin Adams and company have done tonight. Misses the free throw. So it is 12-11 Stritch with 6:14 to go here in the first half as Nabs brings it up, and he gets trapped on the corner, and they're going to get Brandon Payoff with the body. Reeker and Payoff not too happy about that call, but it is going to stay with Maumee Valley.
That's a tough call. I mean, it's a real tough call to make right there. As Marcus Nabs gets to the, is it Nabs?
It is Nabs.
He missed.
And he misses on the 1-and-1, but it stays with Maumee Valley as Towns goes up and misses. We've got more bodies going down, but going back the other way is the Cardinals on the drive that time, Jacob Empey. And once again, I like the attack of the Cardinals, getting the rebound and getting out in transition right away. One thing we saw with the Liberty Benton and Rossford, that first game that we did this year, they struggled with the turnovers against Liberty Benton, but that's a team, Rossford, in the second half, they started to get out more in transition and get some easy points. Obviously an NBC team, but kind of built similarly to Cardinal Stritch in that they've got pretty decent guards that can score with Mac Miller and Jeremy Mack and have some size in the post. As Empey makes the second of his 2 free throws to make it 13-11 in favor of Stritch with under 6 to go here in the first half. And here's Solomon Collins goes up, and Collins gets his first bucket of the night on a tough drive to the basket. And Cardinals right back again, going the other way. Ball swings around to Adams in the corner. He thinks about it, and now he drives at the foul line, stays with the ball, and it's poked away by Hazima. And that time going up is Hazima, and he thought he got the and one, but they're going to call the charge. So Hazima not too happy about that one. That would have made it 15-13 in favor of Maumee Valley, and he's hot, and Coach Arthur sees it and takes him out and puts him on the bench. So Cardinal Stritch will get the ball here. Game all knotted up at 13. As the Cardinals swinging around, and it's poked away by Nabs. He goes up, and he goes in for the bucket. That time on the swipe, Jacob Empey tried to get the steal. Good ball control and body control by Nabs to give the Maumee Valley Hawks the lead. And here's Brandon Payoff. He dumps it down low to Pratt. Pratt kicks it back out to Jacob Empey, who misses. And Maumee Valley comes away with the rebound going the other way. And Arthur getting his guys to slow it down and try to set up their offense a little bit here. Ball goes to Collins. He gets it into Towns. Towns goes up. Bucket is good, but they get a charge again. So that's his second in a couple of trips down the floor where the Stritch Cardinals have gotten their bodies in position for the charge.
Well, that's, it's great defense. You're seeing they're anticipating where they're taking the ball. They're anticipating how they're getting themselves inside the paint, and that's where that, you either make it or break it right there, and those are definite makes right there for the Cardinals.
So Austin Adams brings it up after the call. He swings it into the corner to Zacharias, who already has a 3 on the night, and he dumps it in to Brandon Payeff. So
Nice play right
Payeff,
there.
the work pays off for Payeff as he gets an easy deuce underneath the basket to tie things up at 15. Here's Woodard spinning into the paint, going up and in. Nice athleticism that time from Thad Woodard, one of these seniors for the Hawks. And that's 17-15. Empey thought about it. Now he's on the drive. Woodard comes in to get the swipe, and we're going to get a foul on a reach-in. 4:03 to go here, folks, out in Oregon. Mike Bauman here with Mike Jamison. And remember, folks, during basketball season, you can watch all our games online at ToledoSportsNetwork.com. And if you want to join on board to this little pirate ship we got going here in Northwest Ohio, give Mike a call at 514-1302. That's 419-514-1302. Here's Empey on this first free throw try. It is up and good.
We do DVDs. We can actually do like home parties, like, do Tupperware parties. We can do play-by-play for Tupperware parties.
Yeah, play-by-play for Tupperware parties is one of my specialties. It's on the last page of my resume. For a rainy day, in case I lose my job. Here's Nabs. He kicks it out in the corner. Here's McClure, and McClure misses it. And the rebound goes to Austin Adams, who goes the other way. And this time he gets it to number 22. And we're going to get a foul.
Seen a lot of fouls tonight. This is very aggressive basketball, one way, back and forth, either way. I'd like to remind everybody at halftime here, I'm going to hopefully get somebody. We have the Hall of Fame induction ceremonies that are going to be here, and I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to get somebody to help out with that, and we'll film that here. And if you were listening online right now, you'll be able to, or watching online, you'll be able to see it.
Cardinal Stritch at the free throw line after the foul. And the first one is up and out. So right now, the Cardinal Stritch Cardinals are 3 for 9 right now at the free throw line. And here's the second one, and that one's out as well. So Maumee Valley coming up the other way. Here's Thad Woodard with the ball. He swings it over to McClure. Cardinal Stritch playing tough defense tonight. A lot of bodies hitting the floor in the paint. But here's McClure, and he swings it around. Back to Woodard. Woodard thinks about it. Looks in the paint, and this time it goes out to Nabs, who misses the 3, and Austin Adams goes up and gets the board. He's been cleaning the glass pretty well tonight. Coming back the other way is Stritch. Brooks Gasser swings it back around to Adams.
And I have no problem with that shot that he shot there either.
Hey, he was open.
Yep, I got no problem with that shot.
Here's Gasser. Swinging the ball around right now are the Cardinals, looking for an open shot, but so far pretty stingy defense by Maumee Valley. They get it to Austin Adams. He goes up and finds a nice dish down low. And Cardinal Stritch goes on top, 18-17. Number 22, another mystery man for us. We'll make sure we find out his name at halftime. Here's Isaza. Isaza driving baseline. Gets it over to Bedai. Bedai gets it back over to Nabs, who misses another 3. And Cardinal Stritch turns the ball over, so it goes back to Maumee Valley with 2:27 to go here in the first quarter. The Stritch Cardinals coming back after being down 10-7 in the first. Football score we had in the first quarter. I'd expect nothing less this early in the season.
Sure.
Especially with TAC basketball. We got a lot of tough players in this league this year. And there's one of them driving to the hoop, Thad Woodard, a 6'1", 185-pound senior. guy that was part of that varsity squad a couple of years ago that won the TAC in 2011, 2012. Josh Arthur is in his second year for the Hawks as the head coach. And his guys came in here tonight 1-1 off a big 50-point, that's right,
Nice.
50-point victory over Monclova Christian. Taking care of business. And that's exactly what Thad Woodard did there in the first of two with 2:14 to go here in the first half. The second one is up, and that one is good. 4 for 7 from the free throw line right now are the Hawks. Stritch right now 3 for 10 from the free throw line. And here's the Cardinals on the offensive attack. Cardinals go up, and on the third effort that time, not just the second, but the third effort was Pratt, and he gets his third and fourth points of the game to put Cardinal Stritch back ahead 2019. And here is Nabs who goes up. Cardinal Stritch on the body that time, so Nabs is gonna get to the free throw line, try to give the lead back to the Hawks.
You poor guy, I'm sitting here switching the game, doing the game, and you have to listen to me talking to all my camera people tonight.
No, it's cool. The people can't hear you when
This
you
is
give
true.
the camera
That's
directions, right? So it's a plus.
That's flop.
It's a plus. As Nabs gets his fourth point of the evening.
20 all. And we got a pretty packed house here over at Cardinal Stritch. And
Well, we got the Hall of Fame induction coming
Yes.
up at halftime, right?
Yes.
Here at Cardinal Stritch. You were not inducted. I heard there was not too much of a controversy about that either.
well, you're going to make me talk about it, aren't you?
I have a feeling one of these days
I don't think
the
so.
lore of Mike Jamieson will be known amongst the halls of the Cardinal Stritch Cardinals. It might not be for basketball, but they will know your name. As Pratt goes up,
Nice job.
they're going to know his name this year as he gets his fifth and sixth points of the night. Doing the dirty work down low is Mr. Pratt, giving the lead back to the Cardinals. 22-21 with 1:16 to go here in the second quarter. Here's number 22 with the basketball, Turner
That's
Booth.
a walk.
And we're going to get a travel on Maumee Valley, so that is their fifth turnover of the game, and it's going to go back to Stritch.
If you look at it
1:09
this
to
way
go.
for Maumee Valley, these stupid turnovers, I mean, Maumee Valley could actually have a 10, 12-point lead if it wasn't for these stupid turnovers.
5 on the night by my count for Maumee Valley, 6 for Stritch, about even in that department as we've seen the bodies hitting the floor, going back and forth. A lot of scrumming going on out there. Nothing dirty, just good physical basketball. And we're going to get another turnover on the Cardinals. So with under a minute to go here, the Maumee Valley Hawks are going to get a chance to go back ahead.
Kind of looking like one of our games we play, huh?
Yeah, well, the last time I came out here and played pickup basketball, it was about 2 years ago, and I almost died. So
Yeah, it'll never happen again.
and I used to be pretty decent. And I think we're going to get another body here on Brandon Payeff. He and Navs have been going back and forth all night, defensively and offensively going at one another. It's been a fun matchup to watch so far. So Nabs is going to go to the line and have an opportunity to get 2 points the old-fashioned way.
I get a little nervous for Coach Reeker. His blood pressure really went up on that one.
Yeah, he gets a little animated out there. He's loosening the tie up a little bit. As Nabs gets his 6th point of the night. 7 for 10 right now are the Hawks from the charity stripe. And here's the second one on its way, and that goes off the back of the rim. Cardinal Stritch comes away with the ball. Let's see if they try to hold for the last shot here with the game tied up. We saw a buzzer beater at the end of the first quarter by Hazima for Maumee Valley. Stritch going to try to counter here. Battling back from a 10-7 first quarter deficit. They've outscored these guys 15-12 here in the second. As Austin Adams gets an open look, drives to the hoop.
Nice.
And it is up and rims out. Rebound still loose. And it's going to go out of bounds, but it's going to stay with Cardinal Stritch with 7.2 seconds left here in the first half. So Cardinal Stritch still going to get one more shot here to take the lead before we go into halftime and don't induct Mike Jameson into the Cardinal Stritch Hall of Fame. And here's Austin Adams. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3, 2. He goes up for the three on the wing, and it is in and out. So at the end of one half, folks, it is 22-all. Cardinal Stritch and Maumee Valley here on the Toledo Sports Network. Don't go anywhere. And we welcome you back here to Cardinal Stritch High School, 22-all in the first half, as the Cardinals are hosting TAC rival Maumee Valley, the Hawks. And here's the pass inside. Here's Pratt. He goes up, and he goes in. And he gets the and one, so Pratt having himself a game. He's got 8 points now to lead all scorers. Austin Adams was 7 in the first half, and on the other side, Nabs had 6 in the first half, and Woodard 4 to lead Maumee Valley. And here's Pratt at the free throw line trying to cash in.
Nice.
And he does. So just like that, Cardinal Stritch opens up with a three-point play the old-fashioned way, up 25-22 in the second half here. Out in Oregon, Ohio. Mike Bauman joined by Mike Jameson. Pretty physical game in the first half, which I like. I like physical basketball, Mikey. And we saw a little bit of turnovers from both teams in the first half, and we're going to get an early timeout here from Maumee Valley.
The union plumbers, steam fitters, and HVACR service mechanics of UA Local 50 build the powerhouses that generate your electricity. Install and service your heating and air conditioning systems, and install the plumbing systems that protect the health of this nation. Everywhere there's a building being built, retrofitted, or maintained, members of UA Local 50 are on the job with skills and the latest sustainable building practices to do the job right. UA Local 50 plumbers, steam fitters, and service mechanics, building America's future.
Players, but also have 3 starters and 4 letter winners back, and so far tonight we've seen Rashad Woodley have himself a good game, 6'6" senior. As Nabs brings it up top, they swing it around to Woodard. Woodard looks inside and goes back out to Rashad Woodley up at the top of the three-point line, and he gets it back to Nabs. Nabs being pressured by Gasser. And Gasser comes up with the near steal. Good hustle. And Towns didn't see Gasser back over there and fell over top of him. He's a little slow to get up right now. A little shook up. Good sportsmanship that time from Gasser helping him up. And that's what you like to see. As physical game as it is tonight, we've seen Good sportsmanship from both sides. So the ball's going to go to the Maumee Valley Hawks, or stay with the Maumee Valley Hawks, rather, after the near steal from Brooks Gasser.
Sorry about that, boss.
As Woodard looks to inbounds. It's cool, Beans. It's cool. It's all good, man. It's all good. You know, you just got to keep things real laid back like Matthew McConaughey. There's Woodard, goes up, and then he gets the and one. I think there's a reason Matthew McConaughey doesn't do play-by-play. Oh, they don't give him the and one. We're going to get an offensive foul there. That's interesting.
Oh.
Thought that was going to be an and one. Nice move by Woodard. Instead, it goes back to Cardinal Stritch. As Woodard pressures on defense, Austin Adams gets it down low. He goes up. And that time, Rashad Woodley got his hand on the ball, but also looked like he may have gotten a part of the arm of Austin Adams. So Austin Adams is going to go to the free throw line, where the Cardinals have struggled a little bit tonight. 4 for 11 so far on the evening. As here's Adams, goes up, and he makes his first one. He now has 8 points tonight for the home Cardinals on Hall of Fame night. Mikey didn't get in this year, but we're keeping our fingers crossed. As Austin Adams knocks down them both to make it 27-22. And here's the full court pressure from Adams now on Nabs. Cardinal Stritch traps in the corner, but we're going to get Austin Adams with a little bit of a body, that time on Nabs. Some of these guys should be wearing shoulder pads out here tonight. I tell you what, it's been physical. 6:29 to go here in the third quarter as Woodard gets ready to throw it in bounds to Nabs. Maumee Valley coming off a 50-point win, scored 67 last week. And Nabs goes up and in, or last game rather, and he'll have a chance to get the and one the old-fashioned way, as he now has 8 points on the night. That bucket makes it 27-24.
On the job for you for over 100 years. You need a career. You need a future. Local 8 can help you make it happen. Join the men and women who build our community. Become a part of a proud tradition. Build your career. Build your future with the brothers and sisters of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local Union 8. We're on the job for you.
We're on the job for you. We're the local IBEW.
And we welcome you back here as Nabs puts up the free throw, and it is up, and it is in. So Nabs now has 9 points on the night to make it 27-25 in favor of Cardinal Stritch. Maumee Valley bringing the full court pressure now. Stritch struggling to get over half court. Finally do, but it's taken away by Isaza. Isaza goes the other way, and he's going to get fouled that time by Joe Sine. So Isaza's going to go to the free throw line and have a chance to get 2. 6:06 to go here in the third quarter. Mike Bauman joined by Mike Jamison, who's attending to some technical issues at the moment, but he'll be back with me shortly. And we're going to get a technical foul here, it looked like, as Isaza knocks down the first free throw. Joe Sine fouled him hard. I don't know that I would have classified that as a technical myself. But nonetheless, Isaza goes 1 for 2 at the free throw line for the freebies, and the ball's going to stay with Maumee Valley.
Yeah, I think that was just a case of bumping in and bumping pretty hard, and that happens. We apologize to all the people that are listening on the internet. Little technical difficulty here, but I think we're back up and rolling now.
Here's Nabs at the top of the key. He swings it around to Isaza. Isaza swings it over to Woodard. Woodard gets it to Collins. Collins drives in, and he gets it up, and it is off the front of the rim, but Maumee Valley on the attack gets into the lane again. So Collins is going to go to the free throw line, where Maumee Valley's done a pretty good job tonight. Right now, 9 of 14 from the free throw line by my count.
What did we talk about earlier? These are the things that if Maumee Valley, the Hawks are going to get anywhere near to making this game happen, they needed to get that ball in and attack. And they've been attacking all game. And both teams have really, scoring has been not something very advantageous tonight. It's
Well,
been really
both
tough
teams have
both ways.
done a good job of making each other earn it in the paint.
Exactly.
So that time Collins hits both of them to make it 27 all. As the Cardinal Stritch offense is on the attack. That one's short that time, the jumper by Brooks Gasser, but it's going to stay with Cardinal Stritch with 5:35 to go here in the third quarter.
Collins was there to get it and just couldn't get himself in.
Here's the inbounds, here's the pass, but it's blocked by Collins. And it goes into the hands of Isaza, who brings it up. He's got Collins on the wing. He gets it to Collins, who is trapped by Gasser and Adams, but Collins gets away. And a little heat check that time. Misses a jumper. Here's Austin Adams the other way. Cardinal Stritch once again. As soon as they get that rebound, they are flying up the floor. And that time a near steal by Woodard, but he collides with number 14, Carl Zacharias. So the clock is going to stop, and Cardinal Stritch is going to get it underneath the bucket. Here is Gasser on the inbounds. Looking, and he finally gets it to Austin Adams. And that time it's swiped away, but they're going to say it went off Adams, so it's going to go back to Maumee Valley. As Cardinal Stritch registers another turnover on the night. Hasn't been quite to the capacity of some other teams we've seen over the years, but 8 turnovers so far.
Right there.
As Isaza now has it. He's double teamed at the top. And this time Woodard goes in the baseline, goes up for the spin.
Yep.
A little out of control, and did we get an offensive foul?
Yeah, we got
or
another
a travel?
charge right there. There was a
got another
charge there.
offensive
Gasser
foul.
got that. Well, I think both Reeker and Coach Turner both have just decided they are going to push it. They're going to push it hard. They're going to get that ball inside. No matter what, the outside shots aren't falling tonight. So far it's worked both ways. We're looking at a 27-all game here with 4:48 left to go in the third.
Exactamundo.
Did you like that?
I liked it.
Yeah, okay.
It was smooth.
It was smooth.
It was smooth. A little smoother than my intro to this game. I struggled a little bit, but we got through it. As Hazima comes up, he had that big buzzer beater at the end of the first
Yes,
quarter.
He did. He's done a lot for the Hawks so far tonight.
Ooh, nice little spin there by Nabs. Nabs goes up and in. And they're going to give the charge to Cardinal Stritch. That's about the third or fourth one tonight.
I think that's a fourth one tonight.
Nabs is not happy about that one. He is not happy. He's tied with Austin Adams right now with 9 points in this game. They've both been pretty aggressive tonight. That one was close, but we're at the under end of the floor.
This is true, but I think that heavy spin move right there, it's going to happen just about every time.
Isaza gets his hands on the ball as Adams goes up, and it results in another turnover as Maumee Valley comes the other way. Here's Isaza now in the corner. Takes it to the free throw line. He tries a spin.
Nowhere to go. Yeah.
He kicks it back out to Nabs. Nabs thinks about the three and decides to hold on to it. And he gets it in the corner to Hazima. Hazima gets it to the big fellow in the middle, Rashad Woodley, who gets it back out to Isaza. Cardinal Stritch again on the trap in the corner. Hazima looking for the open man. And here is Rashad Woodley underneath. He misses, but Hazima gets it back. Nobody boxes out, and those guys are sliding like crazy down there. They got to wipe that floor a little bit, and it's going to be a turnover going the other way. And here's Cardinal Stritch on the attack. They get it down low. Up and off, but Adams on the putback. The big fella.
Beautiful.
Going up high with those long, lanky arms and putting it back in.
He just walked right there.
29-27. I don't know if it's the Nikes or the floor being dusty, but these dudes are sliding everywhere at that end of the floor, man. I tell you what. And that one's going to be on Empey.
Now, Cardinal Stritch has always been you've played on this floor before.
I have. I played here my freshman year, too.
Did you really?
I did. I think we lost that one, but we beat Cardinal Stritch on our home floor.
Well, you, of course, went to Central Catholic. And,
I did.
Back when I played here, we were still in the City League, as we got whistles blowing everywhere. That ball's coming.
We get a
Yeah, that's Solomon Collins with the foul there on the Hawks with the body.
It's been a physical game here tonight, but I
A
like
lot of
it though,
fouls.
man. The gym's
Lot of
been
fouls.
it's been active tonight. People are into it. The energy's been here. It's pretty much a full house here tonight on Hall of Fame night for the Cardinal Stritch Familia as
And,
Austin
and
Adams
both-
brings it up.
Both of these teams are expected to do big things in the TAC.
And part of the reason why is because Austin Adams right there, and he
And
gets
he
the
just did it
steal right
again.
away. And he's got 15 now of the 33 for Cardinal Stritch. Catching Maumee Valley sleeping a little bit right there to make this a 2-possession game.
Yep.
Well, extend the 2-possession game, make it a 6-point game rather.
Carl Zacharias, you know, it's so funny when you see a big guy, when that happens to a big guy like that, they're looking like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Yeah, if you're going to move with him, you're going to have to take the foul.
And here's Izaza as he scales the defense, tries to go inside. Empey knocks it away, but it goes to Hazima, who gets it back out to Isaza. Isaza tries to launch it, and it goes up and off. And now Empey's got in transition. He spins, goes up the other way, and misses it, but Austin Adams is there once again. 17 points now. He scored the last 8, I believe, for Cardinal Stritch, and we're going to get a timeout Maumee Valley, folks. 35-27 to go here in the third quarter.
Brad Sutphin, 419-345-5566, and RE/MAX Preferred Associates can help you find the perfect house or help with you selling your property. For over 22 years, Brad Sutphin has been able to help with all of your Northwestern Ohio real estate needs. Call him today at 419-345-5566.
We welcome you back to Cardinal Stritch. Austin Adams on a tear right now to put his team up 35-27. He scored the last 8 points, and he looks to drive again. Dishes it inside to Pratt, and it's stolen away by Isaza. Isaza goes the other way, draws the contact from Carl Zacharias, and he's going to get a chance to go to the line for 2.
What the big guys got to realize, if you're going to initiate the contact like that, you got to get to that place first. You got to take the initiative. Okay, I know where he's going. There's only one place he's going, right? To the hoop. So you get there before he gets there, and instead of trying to go with him, and that's where they're getting the fouls.
Well, Isaza is a speedy guy as he gets the first one in. Cardinal Stritch, Maumee Valley's hit 12 of their 17 free throws tonight.
Well, that those two right there are the first points we've had in a while for the Hawks.
It is. A little bit of a scoring drought because Austin Adams decided to take over for a couple minutes there. And he gets the ball back again, and they're looking for him now. And he spins on Collins, but Hazima knocks the ball away. And Collins comes away with it as Maumee Valley goes the other end. One thing that Maumee Valley has done, though, in transition that they'll have to improve upon is when they've gone up the floor, they've dribbled into the corners instead of keeping the ball in the middle of the floor. And it's been going right into the hands of Cardinal Stritch's trap. And we're going to get another hard foul. And this time, going down hard, I believe, was Brandon Payeff again.
Right there.
He's been on the receiving end of some shots tonight. Give credit to the young man. He's been working hard on the defensive end. But you know what? I like what I see from these guys tonight. Both teams have not been afraid to go at it defensively and play physical basketball. It certainly hasn't been dirty. It's just been a good old-fashioned tack battle. So Isaza's at the free throw line. He's going to have a chance for
a belly thumper or something like that. Is that a belly washer?
A belly washer. I don't know what the heck you're talking about over there. I'm just going to leave you hanging out to dry. I'm not even going to try to save you.
Wow, you didn't even save me on that. Thanks, Mike.
Not even going to try to save you.
After all the help I gave you on your electrical problems. You know.
I know.
All
Baseboard heating, folks. It stinks. It stinks. As Isaza makes both of his tree froze to make it 35-31. So now 4 straight from Cardinal Stritch, and that time Isaza tries to go in, get his hand on top of the basketball, and he gets the foul. So Pratt's going to go to the free throw line for Cardinal Stritch. Try to get 2 the old-fashioned way. Pratt's having a good game tonight, closing in on double figures. as he makes the first free throw.
Something you're seeing a lot out of the Cardinals this year is the concentration on the freebies. You saw last year where they lost a lot of games at the free throw line, and Coach Rieker has just made that gotta be, and you've been seeing it a lot tonight. Good stuff.
Well, tonight they're 7 of 14, so they're 50%, but they've hit a few more down the stretch here. As Pratt misses the second of his two. McClure stays with it. Pretty good handle as he brings it up the floor. Once again, though, dribbles into that trap, but he gets it to Towns. Towns finds Collins underneath, a little bit of a wild pass, but Collins is able to control it. He gets it back to Towns, who goes up for the jumper, and that one's out, and into the hands of Pratt, who gets it to Austin Adams up the floor. And he looks up, and he finds Zacharias, and now Cardinal Stritch is going to slow it down.
Yep.
Rieker calling for the double stack. He's about at the three-point line. Man, that guy's ticker must be going at about 1,000 beats per minute right now. I love the intensity, though.
A little early in the set right there to be doing that.
You think he's ready to get this season going? And Rashad Woodley comes up with a rebound. We're going to get a reach in on Cardinal Stritch. So with 18.9 to go here.
Austin Adams, too.
Maumee Valley's weathered the Austin Adams storm so far. He had a streak there where he scored 8 straight and made it 35-27, but now it's 36-31. And Woodley's going to get an opportunity at the charity stripe to make it a one-possession ball game with 18.9 left, and he hits the first. Keep an eye on a big fella this year, folks.
We talked about him early.
Had a couple of block shots here tonight in the first half. Doing a decent job on the glass.
You know, I like this. 6'6", 175. Those were my numbers. Exactly what I was in high school.
Tall and lean.
Yeah, now I'm 6'6". Put a 100 in front of that 175.
I go about 6'1" and a very intimidating, sinewy 155.
MP's going to pop the three.
And the ball goes up. Pratt tries to go for the tap.
Got
And on
it.
the
That's
second
MP.
effort, gets it in there. So Pratt is now in double figures tonight, and he makes it 38-33 at the end of 3 quarters, folks. Don't go anywhere. We got ourselves a dandy.
Dan R's Automotive Service Center, 4041 Navarre Avenue, has been servicing the area since 1981 for all your automotive service needs. Dan R's Automotive Service Center, world-class service, hometown people. 419-693-6141.
Stop struggling with the big box stores. Choose Gladio.
Gladio Home Center. A hardware store, yet so much more. Your home improvement answer store. A place to design your interior space. A professional and friendly smiling face. Everything you need for your home. And Gladio is locally owned. You'll be glad to know Gladio Home Center.
Yeah.
And we're getting ready here to start the 4th and final quarter here at Cardinal Stritch High School.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Got Mike Jamison and Mike Bauman, and you've got Austin Adams doing what he does.
Getting numbers 18 and 19 there on the night. He's got pretty much half of their points now. He's taken over this basketball game, really, especially in that third quarter. Had about 8 straight at one point. As Cardinal Stritch is up 40-33 with 7:38 to go here in the fourth quarter. Pratt had that nice putback there at the end of the third. And now we've got Woodard at the line, and he hits his first one.
I think this is where the Cardinals have to be very careful because these fouls could get away from them.
Well, and tonight, there's been 19 points at the free throw line from Maumee Valley. So they've earned it at the charity stripe. Nice backdoor cut that time by Jacob Empey. As Empey goes up, and he's going to have a chance to get the and one. Great look that time, and Empey on the finish. And that's so huge too. You don't talk about it enough sometimes in high school, but the ability to get to the rim and finish, and we've seen a lot of putbacks tonight from Cardinal Stritch around the basket, and that time a nice finish from Jacob Empey on the backdoor cut.
Well, something that has been a problem for the Cardinals in the past few years is coming out of halftime and not being able to keep any kind of momentum in the third quarter. This game, they were able to do it, and it's a whole different beast.
And speaking of beasts, there's Woodley. Built like Mike Jamison was in the early 80s.
That boy's got talent.
Probably a little bit more athletic. Well, I wasn't going to go too far and be self-deprecating.
I'm going to tell you right now, I like to take the ball to the hole. It wasn't pretty, but I like to take it to the hole. If people were in front of me, they had a tendency of getting hurt. I hurt some very good basketball players in my day.
Well, we're lucky there's no cameras around back then, because you had a bit of a crazy hairdo. Would you call it a mullet or a skullet? I think it may have been a skullet.
Honestly, all of my friends, were into the big curly perm deal back then.
So you were like, you know what? I'm going to go a little bit more. I'm going to go a little bit more metal. I'm going to go a little bit more metal. Dare I say redneck on you guys?
I went metal redneck. I was a metal redneck.
You were full-blown metal redneck. He has a picture at home where he's going up against two guys, I believe, from Scott back in the day.
Yep. Game during the summer, playing at Bowser or something. Hit a slam over me, and literally went over top of me and slammed it. And he was like 5'9". It was incredible. Incredible ball player. Incredible ball player.
Well, we've certainly gotten the chance to see our fair share of talent the last several years in Toledo. Mark Loving now down at St. John's. Nice dish that time. Over to the big fella, and it rims off, but Nabs keeps it alive, isn't able to corral the rebound. Collins goes for it over by the bench, and it's going to go back over to Cardinal Stritch. We got to thank Mr. Hobbs for hooking me up with stats here as I've tried to do double duty, but Austin Adams with 19, and we've got Pratt with 12 to lead Cardinal Stritch. And we hope to see Hobbs around, man. He's a good guy.
He's a good guy.
Did you ever take him out going to the lane?
Now say that now?
Did you ever take Hobbs out going to the lane, or did he get the best of you on the court?
No. He's lucky enough. He's lucky enough. Oh, there's our problem.
That you guys are buddies?
I got
it. Because I've seen you on the court in some of those 13 ABC like charity games, and you go after people. I've seen Lee Conklin give you a talking to on the sidelines, and not at a Bob Knight level, but Lee's got a little. He's giving you a little talking to a couple of times.
Well, here's my deal. Here's my deal with basketball.
You only know one speed. That's full go.
Right. Number one, when you go out and you got guys that actually play, we've all played. Fed ball, we've all played all the high-end basketball, and we're still playing. And these guys, we come up against some of these high schools, like say we go out to Van Buren or Toledo Christian or one of these schools. Most of the guys that are coming out to play us for this game are 26, 27 years old. And they're ready to put a thump. They want to put a thumping on the 13 All-Stars. I got no problem with that. Let's have some fun. They want to put a thumping on us. Let's make a lot of money for the school or whatever. That's what it's all about.
Right.
But I tell you what, there's 3 or 4 26, 27-year-olds who don't think like that when they're playing us.
I think part of it is you're a big guy, too, and people go after the tall guys to see what they're made of. And you're a little older now and a little slower.
Keep it going.
Yeah.
You didn't say anything about the heartbreak of psoriasis yet, so I guess that's good.
Ah, jeez. Maumee Valley down by 6 with 5:24 to go. Maybe we should start talking about this game as McClure hits a 3.
Uh-oh.
And we got another turnover from Cardinal Stritch. Double digits in that end tonight for the Cardinals, and that's been part of the reason why Maumee Valley's been able to hang around. They've got 19 points from the free throw line, and Cardinal Stritch has made 7 and missed 11 from the charity stripe tonight, and they also have 11 turnovers.
Yep.
So that scrappy Maumee defense combined with the turnovers that they've been able to generate from Cardinal Stritch is why we've got ourselves a good old-fashioned hey Rube here, to quote one of my favorite announcers, Mickey Redmond. 5:03 to go here in the fourth quarter out in Oregon. I'm Mike Bauman, joined by Mike Jamison. Mike's the taller of the two of us, but I'm the more crazy. Some would say more handsome, but
Yeah,
I will leave that into the eye of the beholder, as we get another turnover from Cardinal Stritch. And now all of a sudden we had that big 8-point run by Austin Adams in the third quarter to make this thing 35-27.
Yep.
But so far it's been a 13-6 run now, or 13-8 run rather, for Maumee Valley.
And what has happened here? We're getting sloppy with the ball, basically on both sides of the court right here. And we're kind of getting back to first quarter basketball here again. A lot of sloppy play on both sides.
Well, and we've seen a couple of buzzer beaters at the end of the quarter, and the way this thing's looking right now, it could come down to who has the ball last, as we get a nice block that time from Pratt.
And that's staying there. That's staying right there.
Young man's had a nice game tonight, doing the dirty work underneath the boards on both ends of the floor with 12 points. Good face-up D that time from Brooks Gasser. And you know what? I like to scrap. You know,
Yep.
I like to scrap in both of these teams. I think you got to have a little bit of edge to you when you're out there on the floor. And you got to at least have one or two guys, I should say, who have that edge who can pump your team up. But these whole teams, everybody's out there with that tonight. And the ball spins around for a little bit, and it finally goes in for Towns. Power.
And you like that look in his face, you know, but what's it going to be like here in about 24 hours with that?
It's going to be a lot of ice.
I know if it was me, it would be.
43-42 here to go in the game. Or excuse me, on the scoreboard, there's 4:23 actually on the scoreboard, but it's 43-42 on the scoreboard. And 4:23 to go in the game. Sometimes you just need a rewind button, you know what I mean? Just a you know. There was 4:23 on the board, and the score is 43-42. So we have all the same numbers, and I'm a little scatterbrained. Nonetheless.
Buy your lottery ticket tonight. You know what numbers to go for.
Cardinal Stritch is up by 1.
Number 5 would probably be a good number, too, because this boy's been at the foul line a lot tonight, and he's done his job.
Nabs that one puts him in double figures. 20 points at the free throw line tonight from Maumee Valley. So almost half of their points have come at the charity stripe, as Nabs misses the second one. 20-26 though from the free throw line. Boy, that's good in pretty much any level for Maumee Valley tonight. And this puppy's tied up at 43 apiece with 4 minutes to go. That one's not as much of a tongue twister. As my name is Johnny I Can't Talk with Mike, the one and only Jamison. And this one's been a lot of fun tonight here in TAC action to start the season for the Cardinal Stritch Cardinals.
Nice job,
and that
Empey.
time Empey goes
I
up.
like that.
And he gets it in. You know, he's been the guy that's gotten them a bucket tonight when they've needed it.
And if you remember last year, he was just a half step off of making that happen one of the games we did. This year, just wonderful job as they throw it away for the Maumee Valley Hawks.
Yeah, that time a nice move by Nabs to break down the defense a little bit. But nobody home on the pass on the back end.
Right.
So Cardinal Stritch is going to try to bring it up the floor with this full court press now. 3:25 to go here in Oregon, Ohio. Been a fun night. Cardinal Stritch has always been accommodating to us, and we appreciate them having our crazy selves out here.
Don't forget you'll be able to watch this game 7 o'clock tomorrow, Saturday on 13.2. Oh, wow.
And
we're gonna
the
give
guy
it to
with
him.
the twisted knee comes back in.
We're going to give it to him. That was nice.
And gets the bucket.
Very nice.
Pratt. These kids are tough. You know, that's what I was talking about with you a little bit earlier, Mikey,
Right.
is, you know, sometimes you only see one or two guys in a team who kind of have that hustle and that heart, and every player on the floor tonight for both squads has had that edge to them. It's going to be real interesting to see how these guys do as the tax season moves along. as Pratt gets ready to cash in on the end one, and that one goes up and it rims out. Another missed free throws for Cardinal Stritch, keeping this one close, 47-43.
And you can tell Pratt is really hurting right now, and it's going to be tough. Coach Rieker's got to be looking at him because he is really hurting right now. We got a whistle?
2:47 to go. Yeah, it was difficult. We're at the other end of the floor doing our broadcast tonight. It was kind of hard to see what happened to him, but I think he got his knee tangled up when they went up for the rebound and either planted on it awkward or, banged it into the other guy awkwardly. And that puppy's going to be a little swollen tomorrow. As Towns rims in the first one.
Got the roll.
21-27 from the free throw line, and on the other end, Cardinal Stritch has made 7 and missed 12.
Yeah, both teams are in the double bonus now, too.
7-19 for the Cardinals tonight from the charity stripe. As Towns hits the second one. 47-45. And here come the Cardinals. Maumee Valley with the pressure defense. Woodard goes down for the double team, and this one's going to get away from Austin Adams. So now Maumee Valley is going to have an opportunity to tie this bad boy up. 2.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. I'm Bike Mauman, joined by Jike Mamison.
Wow. We got a
and we got the official coming over to the scorer's table here. He's going to get a towel, wipe her down a little bit. We saw some guys sliding at the other end earlier, too. So good call by the official that time, because that is a situation where, especially if you're out there, man, and you're going full tilt and your toe catches some sweat or some water, boy, you could go sliding and hurt your knee. Good eye there by the official.
Oof. A little shorter than throw there.
Yeah.
Just a little.
And here's Woodard as he throws it into Isaza. Isaza gets it up to Collins. Collins goes up and in, and this time they're going to call a block. We've seen a few charges tonight by the Cardinals.
Uh-oh.
And that time Collins goes up and
Guess
gets that puppy to go in, and he's
Yep.
going to have a chance to break the tie now.
Yep. It's been all night. It's been iffy all night. That's a real tough call, especially when you've got 3 or 4 guys on your team where their whole offense is geared toward taking it in that hard.
Maumee Valley has continued to attack, weathered the storm in the third quarter of Austin Adams, who scored 8 straight.
Wow.
According to my memory, to break this thing open a little bit, and now Maumee Valley's bounced all the way back to take a 48-47 lead with 2:22 to go here in the fourth quarter. Joe Sine on the dribble, looks for some help. He gets it over to Jacob Empey. Empey picks up his dribble. They swing the ball around, try to get it inside to Austin Adams, and Rashad Woodley knocks it away. So Cardinal Stritch is going to have the ball underneath the basket. 2:05 now on the clock as Gasser looks for the inbounds. He finds Austin Adams out on the wing. Adams gets it into Pratt. Pratt gets it back out to Empey. Empey thinks about it, gets it back over to Adams. Adams goes up after, goes up again and gets it in.
That kid's incredible.
Nabs slipped out there on the perimeter, allowing him to get in the paint, and Adams just, those second and third chance opportunities, Cardinal Stritch has been all over those tonight and cashed in.
Whoa.
Nabs gets it back out again to the big fella, Woodley, who swung it around to Woodard, and the shot goes off, but it is going to stay with Maumee Valley with $1:30 to go, and Stritch leading by 1 point. Shot goes up, it's no good,
Nice.
but Collins is there, and it goes up, it stays up, but it comes off, and who else but Austin Adams to get the rebound. And he goes up and he misses. Going back the other way is Nabs, he gets it to Woodard. Woodard goes up, and that one's off, and Woodard is down. And I don't know, it looks like it might be his knee or his elbow. Tried coming back out, but the official says, no, son, you got to sit out here for at least till the next whistle. 49-48, Cardinal Stritch on top with 1:08 to go here, and they go for the home run pass. It gets broken up by Collins. There's a scramble for it. Hazim comes out with it. Hazima, he goes all the way down for the jumper. It goes up, and it's good. And that's a second clutch bucket that young man's made tonight. He made a buzzer beater at the end of the first quarter, and now he puts his team on top 50-49 with under a minute to play. And now we're going to get a turnover, and it's going back to Maumee Valley. Wow. And you know what? One of the guys we talked about in the open, Solomon Collins, was a little slow to start in terms of the scoring column, but he's come on strong here in the second half, Mikey.
Well, I'll tell you what's happening here is Cardinal Stritch is trying to get things done a little bit too quick in this offense when you've got that 1 point lead at the time, and trying to make things happen a little bit earlier. We spread it out a little bit more. But kudos going out to the guys from Maumee Valley, because they're scrapping and making Cardinal Stritch make that third pass instead of that first and second pass, and that's what I think is really hurting the Cardinals right there.
And Cardinal Stritch, really the Achilles heel for them tonight has been the turnovers. They've got 14 on the evening by my count, but also with the free throw line, 7 of 19. And you look at the other end, Maumee Valley's knocked down 22 from the charity stripe tonight, and they're 22 of 28 from the free throw line. So you've got nearly half the points of the Hawks coming at the free throw line. They've done a great job knocking it down, but there's been a lot of hustle out here tonight, and I think the key now for Maumee Valley is trying to wait and be patient for the best shot, because they've kind of gone tit for tat with Cardinal Stritch and operated at a high pace instead of slowing it down, and it's kind of played into the hands of the Cardinals. But right here with the lead and no shot clock, they got to slow this down and keep it in the middle of the floor. Let's see what they can do. Here's Nabs. He gets it out to Woodard, and Woodard drives, swings it back out. Nabs drives, and he goes in and gets the foul, gets the shot off. Let's see if they call it on the floor. He is going to go to the free throw line. Nabs in double figures tonight. 10 points by my stats.
Explain that to me, Mike.
And he goes up and he misses the first one.
Explain that to me with 30 seconds left in that timeout. You not say we hold the ball till at least 5 to 10 seconds left.
I can't, Mikey, other than Nabs has an opportunity to make the second, and he misses both of them. And they got the rebound. And who else but number 3, Danny Hazima. I tell you what, that guy at 5'9", 160 has been a lot to handle tonight. He hit the buzzer beater at the end of the first quarter, hit the go-ahead bucket to make it 50-49, and now he comes up with the loose ball after the missed free throw, and Maumee Valley retains possession. All hustle right there from that young fella.
Yeah, that's a hustle. That's a hustle move right there. I think you're seeing coming out of the Cardinals, maybe the wrong set of guys in at this time just to hold the ball. You've got a lot of scorers out there right now, but you need to have your best ball handlers around for that third pass, because the 1 and 2 options aren't there tonight. They're just not there. So you got to look for that third pass, and you got to look for that cut. That's where the big guys have to be setting the picks or opening up the ball handlers on that third cut.
So Cardinal Stritch, the door definitely not closed. This one's been back and forth all night tonight, folks. Maumee Valley on
30
top.
seconds for Maumee Valley.
Mike Bauman joined by Mike Jamison. And they get it to Hazima in the corner. He gets it back to Woodard, and Woodard, I think, is just going to hold on to it until he gets fouled. That'd be the smart thing. He's still dribbling, though, and they're just trapping him. They're not fouling. Nabs gets it to Rashad Woodley. And Nabs goes down hard, gets up quickly, and he's going to go to the free throw line. So 18.8 seconds to go. And Nabs will have a chance to make them both. So let's see if he can do it. He gets the first one to make it a 2-point ball game. Empty on the floor. He's a good three-point shooter. And he makes the second one. So he makes up for missing his first two, and now Cardinal Stritch will have a chance with 18 seconds left. As Austin Adams has the basketball near half court. He gets it to Pratt. Back to Adams. Adams goes up for the three, and it's good! Are you kidding me? Austin Adams ties things up. Here's Woodard, and it gets blocked, but is there going to be a foul? And they're going to call the body on Empey with 0.5 seconds left.
Wow.
Holy shnikes.
Is having a heart attack right now. I don't get it.
Austin Adams, man. Cool hand Luke gets the three-pointer.
First one's up, and he missed it.
And Woodard misses the first one. Reeker's still fuming over there. I'm a little worried he's going to have an aneurysm. And now they're calling for a timeout.
This is something you're going to remember the rest of your life, my friend, one way or the other, you know? This is a moment. This is a moment in time right here.
And here's the crowd, both sides, both fan bases on their feet. Woodard hits the free throw. Cardinal Stritch goes deep, and it goes into the hands of Collins. And that's all she wrote as the Maumee Valley Hawks win 53-52. What a finish. And I tell you what, that's a tough game to see anybody lose here tonight. But give credit to both sidelines. A lot of hustle and heart from every one of these kids, and what a way to start the tax season.
I think what you're going to see, like what we talked about earlier with the teams, the Ottawa Hills, the Maumee Valleys, Cardinal Stritch, Toledo Christian, major basketball programs, and you're going to be seeing a lot of them this year and a lot of what's happening. You know, you're going to lose games. This is something that lights the fire for the Cardinals. You know, I think Maumee Valley coming in tonight, that they were a little didn't know where they were at and what was going to happen with them. So, you know, on a good note for Maumee Valley, this is a great game for them, and what we were able to see here with the Cardinals, I think that's going to light the fire. I think the fire has now been lit for the Cardinals too.
I do. You know, and this is their first game. They had to work out a lot of kinks tonight. Once again, you look at the free throw numbers, by my count, 7 of 19 from the free throw line and 14 turnovers. That's certainly something that when they look back on this game, they had their chances to really break this thing open and couldn't get away, even with the controversial call at the end. It never comes down to one call, folks, but Austin Adams, if this is any indication of what kind of year this young man's going to have, a game-high 24. Nabs leads the way with 12 by my count for Maumee Valley, and that's going to do it for us. The Cardinal Stritch Cardinals fall in their home opener. Long season, 53-52 to the Maumee Valley Hawks, who improved to 2-1 on the young season. And I tell you what, if you want to check out any more of our games or whatever we've got going on, just go to ToledoSportsNetwork.com, everybody. Make sure you contact us at 419-514-1302 if you'd like to come on board.
There's some DVDs that also are.
There's some DVDs.
People want DVDs of this, baby.
Especially this one. So
That's
for
a good
Mike,
Christmas present.
I am Mike. We want to thank Mr. Hobbs. We want to thank Mr. Steve-O over there on the high cam.
Yeah, we got Mr. Hobbs coming in. He'll be sitting here with you.
Yeah.
See?
I'm excited. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Good.
He helped me out with the stats tonight. Everybody, we'd like to thank you again for joining us on another presentation of high school basketball here in Northwest Ohio. Have a safe weekend, everybody.